Whoa. Andre, oh, Dre, what's up, man? Thanks, bro. Yeah, just trying something new. Just messing around with my work process. I want to do just simple flat colors with some textures. Go in there with the blacks and finish it off with some shading. And maybe some highlights on the top with some, white gel, or maybe, yeah. Just want to keep it really simple. I don't want to overthink my process. And I'm trialing this out on Twitch right now as well. So I have a simple setup with my camera. So my phone, this camera has 720, and that's on my phone. That's showing Colossus. And this camera here is just on my iPad. Seems to be working cool. And with my little kind of like old phone, I'm gonna monitor the Twitch kind of stream. And it's interesting, I'm not using a laptop or anything to broadcast, so I'll see how it goes. So it's just an exercise, trying to get my flow into streaming, and I'm a bit of a midnight owl lately. Just being inspired late in the night or early in the morning. For us here in Australia, anyway. How you been, Dre? How's everything with you? Oh man, I'm just trying to log into Twitch. Yes, I think Australia's in the future for you guys. Yeah, it's 2:13 in the morning here. Can I get my password again? All right, hang on. Oh, cool. Good, man. Yeah, I kind of tell you've been really busy for the last few weeks. Very prolific. Respect. I love it. And your quality of work is just as good, if not better. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you. Let me turn what I'm listening to down. I'm listening to Spotify at the moment. Trying to keep motivated. When you did that, I think it was the Dave Palumbo sketch session, and you used I think you were drawing a Venom or Carnage or something, and you had the masking tape frame. And I noticed when you took the masking tape off, the tape, was that little bit of bleed through because of the amount of water you were using? Or do you think that was the actual like medium you were using or the paper stock? Because I do like that technique of the framing. That was pretty cool. And I'm thinking, it looks like maybe a little bit too much water applied. Because if I did that, man, it'd piss me off. I'd be very anal with that. I think I'm speaking too loud. Yeah, so just wondering what you were using or what your thoughts were on that. If you don't know, this character that I'm about to color in and hopefully finish during the session is Colossus from the X-Men. And this will be 90s Colossus. Okay, Andre writes, it's the paper stock, was using watercolor paper, right? That has a texture, so some liquid will bleed through. Right, because of the teeth or this is the masking tape, and the texture was the paper was under there, so that makes sense. Like water and moisture kind of seep through, bled through. If you use better tape, it will rip the paper, so there's no wind. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Yep, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because oh man, yeah. Trust Dave to think to use that method as a traditional artist. It looks nice and kind of bypasses the framing of the design of the AP for the APs for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces. The actual design of the curve of the Marvel Masterpiece, which they use every year. Yeah, very interesting. All right. If you use Andre writes, if you use something smooth like Bristol, you can get a nice crisp edge. Works really well on sketch cards. Yeah. Okay. I have some Bristol vellum. I haven't used any masking tape or anything like that around it. I will try. For example, this stock I'm using is quite thin. I think it's maybe like 100, 120 GSM. And this is the, if I remember, Express It, specific Express It cardstock, specifically used for markers, Copic. A lot of the Copic people recommend this. And so I've got a couple of sheets and I cut it down. So I'm trying to use that. I'm using some very simple, I think these are water-based markers by Montmartre, so it's very entry-level beginner. And what I love about these, it's just it has that brush tip, so you can get some very cool like textures that, like that at the end. So if you want to do some broad strokes, pick this up. That edge there is very cool. What I'm looking for, like wispy, kind of a stroke if you were to do like broad strokes for hair or something like that. Oh, Albert, thank you for the like. Hey man, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while, but yeah, I've noticed you around on the groups, Albert. Hope you're well, man. Hope everything's all right with you. So just for the 4 people who are watching at the moment, I'm multi-streaming this on Facebook, my art page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So I'm not too sure where everybody is. And the service I'm using is called StreamYard to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. And what I like on the comment section is that there it kind of shows up the icon for who you are. So Andre has his profile image with the little Facebook icon. So I don't know if that does the same thing with Twitch or Twitter. So interesting. Oh man, it's so cool seeing people buy the art for Dave Colombo's original cards. I'm very excited to see this redeemable preliminary art. Oh my goodness. One of the guys, Robert in Australia, actually got a box hit for a redeemable card, not redeemable art. So, he's just weighing up if he's going to post it and sell it or he's going to redeem it. Man, if I got that card, I'd redeem it in a heartbeat. It'd be amazing. So yeah. So I'm gonna try and see if, while I'm using Twitch and this whole streaming, see if I can somehow monitor where people are chatting from and make sure I'm engaging properly. So I'm gonna go to my art page. Right, so it says that I'm live, that's fine. So okay, so Jason. Turn this down. Hey Jason, how are you, man? Jason Clark is part of our Australian group in NSTCA. And Jason writes, once in a lifetime pull for many collectors. Yeah, man, it's collectors and art aficionados, anybody that would love that kind of classic art look. Yes, I'm interested to see what Robert does. Maybe he looks like maybe he'd probably sell it and then get a couple of more boxes or a case out of it. I've been hearing like it's good for these kind of sets, it's good to sell now before we get into the e-packs phase of it, which is 80% of the product. And since the physical product has been sold out, everybody has cases that have already bought cases and boxes are kind of jacking up the prices, which makes sense. It's just the market. Okay, cool. So now I'm on this phone, and that's like it's just my kind of like phone to listen to music and podcasts and video and stuff. I don't actually use it for telephoning. Okay, very cool. Okay, so now I can switch to Facebook. Now see if I can switch to Twitter. I mean Twitch. This is the problem I guess we all have. I've totally forgotten my password for this. You guys have the same problem? I have like a gazillion passwords and there's like about maybe 6 variants of that password. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, cool. You guys have any questions of what's been going on? Oh, what's a blur? I can see it from here. There you go. Autofocus on my Google Pixel 2. Sweet. Okay, let me just find my how to get into Twitch. Oh, it's one of those hectic ones. Not bad. Let me try that again. Bear with me, everybody. Hey, Jason, have you decided to buy more boxes? Or are you waiting to sell some of the cards first and then buy another box of 2020 MM? If I had the money, I definitely would. No pre-pressure or anything, but yeah, definitely do it. All right, hopefully this is it. Log in. That's definitely not the password. Jason writes, I'll buy if I was to find some available in Australia, but I'm content right now to wait till impact release. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. I agree with you. Yeah, Jason writes, given the price rising only on physical boxes at the moment. True, valid points. I'll also add on to that because, right, 80% of the product is being allocated to e-packs. We all know that. And something I realized as well in that the MCCW group and MCC made me realize is, man, there's so many achievements. And man, I like shiny cards. So I mean, there's like rainbow achievements on gold on the gold foil signatures. That's pretty cool. That looks pretty cool because just for the guys, the rest of you, 3 people watching right now, for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces, I've chosen just to collect the gold foil signatures, battle spectra cards, and holo foils. And from those, I've selected only the artwork that I like, the cards that I like. And that has turned out to be about 6 or 7 pages of Ultra Pro Platinum sleeves. So that number is divisible by 9, and it's the cards that really resonate with me. Yeah. For example, that Green Goblin, Ex Nihilo, crazy. That's T4 Storm, that Craven as well, amazing. Okay, stop distracting me. Let me just sign in. Oh man, they're making me do this whole security like bullshit. Like extra security. What? Oh. Yeah, yeah. And you never know, maybe they'll add a different type of achievement for this year. That'd be pretty cool. And also another thing I'm hanging out for is the official, maybe an official, I don't know if, yeah, Andre, maybe you can tell us, maybe Dave kind of hinted at an official book published by Marvel or Upper Deck that kind of has most of the art from Dave Palumbo for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces, all virgin presented, like no design in front of it or anything, I'm gonna buy that in a heartbeat and eventually get him to sign it for me. That would be amazing. And God, hopefully they put out like an official binder because I'm a binder guy. And I'd love to have a kind of a binder to put my cards in. Andre writes, nothing confirmed but wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, because I think on the podcast, the MCC podcast, I don't think it was a Dave Palumbo interview, but I think it was the interview not by the head honcho of Upper Deck. It's the guy after him, which was Bucky or something, and it was the guy just handles everything at that time, like the hands-on guy, you know. And he mentioned like the head honcho guy made a comment, why don't we have an official binder for our 2016, 2018, the new Marvel Masterpiece range? And it's like, yes. So I think Ian kind of hinted that they are of that option, inclined to do that. Jason writes, I was just looking at the Simone Bianchi website for his Masterpieces book. God, man, yeah, okay, man. Let me just make a comment on Simone's work, Simone Bianchi. Simone is an outlier, man. He just doesn't give a fuck. His style is so unique, so unique, man. And to have him on the masterpieces is just amazing. That like how they put it all together. And I think another MCC podcast interview where they were interviewing like I think it was the podcast after Buddy, and it was the lady, lovely that Asian lady who kind of coordinated 2018 Marvel Masterpieces, and that approached Simone Bianchi, to do it. So it's really cool that she, that they really took the chance and approached Simone, and he said yes because, man, his art is very unique. Every time I keep looking at it. It blows my mind, and it's just like something I wouldn't like, but I keep looking at it and I like it. The more detail I like it. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or I'm like deep into art again. I really appreciate his artwork. He's just like, I think I like his daringness and his I feel like he's a bit like his technique is ahead of its time, And of course, I'm commenting this with, the gold standard, which is Joe Jusko from 92, 93, 2016. And Joe Jusko's work is the kind of work that I like, especially in the color palettes, composition and colors. Not necessarily to the fine details of like face or anatomy, but Joe's compositions, lighting sources, oh God, it's such an inspiration. It's heroic. It's in the moments, the composition he does when he creates scenes in the moment, or when he picks like classic poses. Beast. And Jason, let me know if you get that Masterpieces book. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Like I think that the top guy that I really look to right now is Adi Granov, still Joe Jusko, hints of Bianchi. I'm all over Palumbo. Amazing. I really, really am into EM Gist ever since I saw his Moon Knight. It's ridiculous, and I think that's what caused me to collect 2019 Flair. Yeah, man. Man, I can ramble about how much I love this art all night. Jason writes, eventually he'll get the book currently at $75 Australian plus postage, which would probably be about another $15. Yeah. Maybe 10. Okay, let me just get in here. It's prison. Yeah, Jason, how come? What? You're up at 2:30 in the morning? Don't you have to go to work tomorrow? I'm a struggling artist. I work from home, so I can wake up whenever I want. Man, there's 5 people watching. To the 5 people watching, can you let me know if you're watching from YouTube or you're watching from Twitter? I mean, from Twitch? Just let me know, because so I can gauge what's going on here. Or is everybody on Facebook? What the heck is my Gmail on here? This is bizarre. Thomas. Oh, goddamn, Thomas. How are you, brother? I've been wanting to ask you, Thomas, have you pulled the trigger and bought a case of 2019 Flair? Okay, so logging into Twitch wants me to have another security check. It sent me an email. Now I'm going to go to my emails. Jason, man, getting to know you. I love this. I love this random drawing chat. Jason Clark writes, I'm a professional musician. I'll be working from 6 p.m. tomorrow. All right, Jason, I have to ask, do you play guitar, drums, or bass? Because I would love to make a NSTCA group band. Thomas wrote, but yes, paid for it today, lol. Excited. Sorry, man. What did I just spoil it for you? All right, Twitch sent me the thing, so here we go. Boom, 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 submit that code. Dre, if you're still on, the couple of blokes that I'm talking to on the Facebook group now, they're on the Australian non-sport trading card community, and it's called NSTCA. And Thomas is kind of the new kid on the block, like Jason as well, I think. But not only are these guys new kids on the block, Thomas has a Midas touch. Every time Thomas picks a number, a packet number for the box breaks, he'll always guarantee get some kind of auto, some kind of, oh man, sketch card, some high tier card. So yeah, he's pulling literal gold. Yes, Thomas, right? Baha. Yeah, I don't know how it does it. Thomas, I'm gonna pick packet 3 from every box break I'm in from now. I'm gonna use your strategy. Oh, all right, Thomas, right. I didn't pick any number tonight on the Game of Thrones season 8 box break. It was completely random. Well then, sir, you're probably gonna be the godfather of my first child, if that's the case, as I've already told you. Jason writes, I play guitar and sing. Damn, son, snap. With COVID, we're not performing in any bands, but I'm lucky enough to perform as a soloist regularly here in Newcastle. Good for you, man. We do gigs with a band also. Solo, I play acoustic guitar and sing pub rock, classic rock, and sort of stuff. Jason, can I ask a huge favor? Could you please throw me some kind of like simple music for my intros for my stream, intro and outro kind of music, because I'm kind of putting together just a simple intro and outro video. Please, I'll draw you. Look, if you do that for me, I'll draw you a sketch card. If yeah, let me know. Thomas wrote, I didn't pick any number 10. Oh, okay, I already read that. Jason wrote, I missed the Game of Thrones box breaks one, unfortunately. I would have grabbed some packs too. We'll watch for the next. Yeah, Matt CW wrote, he'll probably do it next Thursday, so in a week's time. Yeah, Matt is one cool guy. I really love his stuff. Really love what he does for our community. Okay, so now I've logged into Twitch. It's telling me I have one viewer from Twitch, so hello to that one viewer from Twitch. Interesting, that's cool. See if I can get any other information. All right, I'm still kind of a noob with navigating my way through Twitch, especially on different platforms, like, different gadgets. There's one viewer on Twitch. Okay, so now I know 3 of you guys are on Facebook and 1 of you are on Twitch. Okay, cool. All right, my life can go on. Oh, and I can listen to my playlist again. Andre writes, Twitch dashboard is a nightmare. I don't understand how all these twins figure it out. Come on, Andre. You're not that old, buddy. Come on. It's not that bad. Think about it. Kids can do it. We can do it. Dre, how old are you anyway? I've been meaning to ask. I'm 36. I'm a child of the 80s. Well, born in the 80s, child of the 90s, let's say. I think Generation X is what we're called. No? 2 viewers on Twitch? Boom! Hello to the 2 viewers on Twitch. Jason writes, yeah, I could do something like that. Let me know what your genre you'd like. Jason, you give me anything, whatever you like. Because I've asked a couple of my other muso mates and they're probably into it, but I'll probably just mix and match. So no pressure on you, just if you have any old stuff or if you want to just muck around, I'll grab it. MC Pod is pretty funky for memory or a mood upbeat. Funk is probably good for an art stream or upbeat, happy type thing. Yeah, I agree with you. Man, I'm beggars can't be choosers. I'll take whatever you give me, buddy. Thank you. What? Andre wrote, just hit the big 40. Was your birthday the other day, Andre? Okay. If I didn't say happy birthday to you, happy belated birthday, brother. You deserve it. Nice. So you're 4 years older. And Jason writes, I'm born in 86. I think that makes me 35. Didn't watch the break. Jason, I'm just like you. I have to literally calculate in my head how old I am because my age and time really isn't something I keep tabs of. Jason Rice, I'll get to you ASAP. Oh, thank you so much, man. No pressure, just whatever you want to do, and I'll definitely shout you out. And what kind of music do you do anyway? Did you know Will Hurd, the guy who created NSTCA, our Australian trading card group? Do you know Will has a like metal band, not heavy metal, but like hardcore metal, like the kind of rah-rah metal. And some of the songs he likes, some of the songs he has, I really like. Because generally I'm not into like kind of rah-rah music, but Will's legit. I don't know if he plays guitar. He probably does play guitar, but I think he has a voice as well. I think some other dude sings as well, but man, that stuff is epic. Very cool. Yeah. Oh man, I forget what the band is called, but it's pretty sick. It's very cool. Alright, I'm gonna start on this. I'm gonna turn my internet off on my laptop, so you guys have priority. And yeah, got a strong signal. So interesting. 5 people at this time of day. And let me check. 2 of the viewers are from Twitch, so hello to 2 of the viewers. Hello to you guys, Thomas, Jason, and Andre. Thank you for chatting with me, and while I'm randomly drawing this. Oh shit, man. Jodam, how are you, brother? Jodam writes, what's good from Cebu boys, alumnus boys represent. How are you, man? Have you seen Hebrew, my cousin, lately? Been meaning to send that guy a message and catch up with him. Jordan, man, are you into like Marvel, like superheroes or comics, or do you like Batman, or are you into the X-Men at all or anything? The character I drew that I'm deciding to draw and color in is Colossus from the X-Men. I think if I ever decide to do this as a blank comic cover, I'm gonna just do some fixes. I think I created his hand a bit too small, so some slight proportional things I'd probably correct and adjust later. Thomas writes, this non-musical, non-drawing, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. white collar is required to wake from slumber in about 5 hours. I am out. Thank you, Thomas. Catch you later, brother. I am out, but was keen to see what you were drawing. Can't wait to see the end result. Thomas, I'll catch up with you later, man. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello. Jason writes, yeah, I think he's referring to the Colossus small hands. It just makes these guns look bigger. Exclamation mark. Wink emoji. Yeah, what else can I comment on this? My ideas. Yes, so I saw this card in my folder, my masterpieces folder, and I like the background colors, so I was probably gonna use the same colors for the background. And I like so this is from Jasper, and this probably looks like from Bob Larkin. Probably going to use this kind of composition for the background. I'm literally just going to copy it. So it's probably just like how can you quickly deconstruct this background? It's like a gradient, three color bands, like a freaking Neapolitan ice cream. So I'm going to use these colors and with this kind of design for background. And just to comment on that as well, my conceptual process is for almost everything. I use my as much as possible my trading card collection, my non-sport trading card collection. I mean, yeah, it's just my trading. I don't collect sport at all. My trading card collection, and I have my binders sitting on my workstation so I can easily grab it. And that's why I'm a binder guy. Flip through my binders and pick a card that kind of inspires me and I'd like to maybe use as reference for the current work I'm doing. So yeah, and it's a way for me to justify collecting trading cards um, um, while I work and making sure these cards are appreciated, the artwork is appreciated and not just locked away in a cupboard um, and me being just a collector that kind of hoards collection pieces. I would like to use the trading cards that I collect as kind of reference work, reference material, and just be loved and appreciated, especially because I do love the art of the trading cards that I have collected. And that is just the basis of my trading card collection. It's just cards that I like, and especially the artwork that I like. And if I look at these, if I look through the books and see maybe some chase cards that I really don't appreciate, and I kind of have no appreciation for the art, and it's just a chase card, I'm probably going to sell it. And an example of that is I'm selling my Lethal Weapons, the full 9 set. Yeah, because I'm really not into Andy Kubert's art. I'm 100% a Adam Kubert Wolverine kind of guy. So and I love the cards because I love shiny cards and I love the design of them. But it's not being true to my collection, and I'm not probably going to use it as reference for my sketch cards or any other creative work I'm using. Andre writes blasphemy. What do you mean blasphemy? What's wrong with that? Jordan writes, haven't seen Hebrew. Hebrew is my cousin, and I think Jordan is one of Jordan's good friends because of the pandemic. Yeah, oh, hectic. Yeah, that makes sense. But hope to see you as well soon. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude, when COVID-19 hit, I was in the Philippines. And my fiance and I, we were in Palawan at that time, Jordan. And when lockdown hit all the major cities in the Philippines, oh man, we were due out to go back to Cebu and spend a couple of more days with the family. And this included spending some time with Hebrew and RJ and his wife, and his new kid. So I haven't even seen, my little, I think my little nephew. And so I really, Philippines 2020 is kind of bittersweet because I was there, but I didn't really get to fulfill it to its maximum. And of course, trying to get back home to Australia, I spent, like maybe $5,000 trying to get back home on flights. And we ended up being in Changi Airport in Singapore, and oh my God, it's another tale for another day, but damn. But yeah, I'll be going to the Philippines in a heartbeat when it's good to go. Okay, Andre writes, not liking Kubert. I like Andy. I appreciate Andy Kubert, but I much prefer Adam Kubert. And specific time from Adam Kubert, from definitely early 90s to mid 90s is when he was the hungriest, and you could see like his panels, his interiors, his inks. My God, they were like masterpieces. Yeah, you could tell he was hungry, like in his early Ghost Rider, Midnight Suns kind of work, when when he would pencil it and his father Joe Kubert would ink over it. Amazing. And there's like maybe like 3 issues of Wolverine that is like, for me, the holy grail for like Wolverine art. It's just, some of it is amazing. But yeah, I mean, I collected some X-Men, like Blue Team, Andy Kubert's run on X-Men in the mid 90s, and some of his work is beautiful as well. It's like super polished. But some things that irk me with Andy is his composition, his foreshortening is a bit off sometimes. And I remember as a kid, I would think, man, this looks weird. Like, I don't know if this is right. And he kind of just like didn't work on the simple foundation of that art piece, and just kept putting the details in, and it looks beautiful. His girls are pretty, his men are heroic. Just sometimes his foreshortening, his negative spaces are weird, but you can definitely see Jim Lee influence there. His father's influence, Joe Kubert. But I appreciate Andy Kubert is so prolific, especially now that he's doing a lot of DC work. My God, his work with Frank Miller. I haven't really seen it, but I've seen some covers and some variant covers, and yeah, man, I think, yeah, I think Andy's improved. I think I like more current Andy Kubert artwork than I did in 2000 Kubert artwork, interiors otherwise. Because it kind of makes sense, because like working with Frank Miller, Frank is very graphic, like heavy blacks, heavy shadows, that gritty, that I'm honestly referring to Sin City, and of course, the iconic Dark Knight. Yeah, so very interesting. Right. So I'm a bit concerned how my iPhone, my Google phone, its camera is like, okay, that's pretty sharp. Then, yeah, okay, it's sharp. Good. That's what we want. Right, turning my playlist on Spotify. Of course, it's not working. Thank you. Andre writes, can I make a suggestion? Please. You're my mentor. Please suggest. I wonder what happened here. Okay, cool. Also, other levels, sound levels, okay? You guys haven't said anything, so I'm sure it should be good. Thomas, this time there's no like background noise from my computer, because I'm not using my computer to stream. Hang on. Has my Twitch stream gone down? No, it says I'm live. I got one viewer from Twitch. Okay, cool. Jason writes, sound is fine, no background noise. Thank you, bro. Cool. All right, so now I'm gonna do the flat colors. Okay, so Andre wrote, his suggestion was don't draw out the edges of the card, just make crop marks at the 1/8 inch mark outside. Ah, got you. Okay, cool. I'm glad you mentioned this. So these crop marks I wrote down is exactly 1 millimeter off the standard sketch card size. So I counted for that. So I'm probably just gonna, color over the top and then just do resize it again. And I'm sure I've allocated a millimeter off. So I have to cut inside the 1 millimeter into these crop marks I made already. Why did I do that? Just, I don't know, I think just to be efficient. Just on the size. No reason really. And I don't think I want to use like an eraser or anything. I'm happy to keep this kind of my guidelines in. But just wanted to keep this simple. And I need for you guys to know as well, my reference image that I'm using, this pencil of Colossus is like a new release collectible statue. And I've written the sculptor's name somewhere, but this image you can find on the internet. It's a sculpture of, I think, from like one of the big collectible companies, or like figurine companies. But yeah, I saw this on my Instagram feed today, and it's just like, man, I really gotta like draw this and just see how it turns out. And I think I'm gonna do like these kind of quick sketches every day, just to keep me sharp and keep me prolific and push out content. Because as a perfectionist, as an OCD, if I try and make something that's 100% original, it'll take me days, and then I'll feel overwhelmed and I'll never actually create anything, and then I'll just feel like I'm procrastinating, which it is, and I'll never create any content. So just letting you guys know that this image is not something I created from my head. As I said earlier, the background will be, it's just a mix and mash of like things that I'm trying to experiment on. Because also I'm probably going to eventually head towards maybe like Copic markers when I finish these ones. These aren't refillable. And then still use my my polychromos pencils on the middle layer to give some added shading. What I do is the bottom layer, besides the pencils, is the flat colors. So you'll have like the flat colors would be an alcoholic or water-based marker. Then the middle layer will be my polychromos wax pencils. So already you have like alcohol, wax, and then on top of that, which will be the highlights, will be black inks, black brushes, white gel highlights, and I think that should be it. So already there's like a hierarchy of mediums and the weight of those substances. So and if I were to switch to acrylic, I think I'd use acrylic as the area I'd use my polychromos pencils, because you can't use acrylic paints and then over the top put the wax pencils. You could, but that acrylic would have to be like a wash, a watercolor wash. But how I use acrylics is really heavy. So yeah. Yeah, and I'm really happy that I'm using polychromos pencils because it has the effect that I like. And it has the convenience that I like as well. Cool. All right. So I'm going to go back and turn on my playlist. Listening to a song called Energy by Disclosure, if you guys know what that is. You guys want to hear it for a sec? All right, check it out. This song is, yeah, keeps me G'd up and always ready to go. It's a banger. Okay, so what am I going to start? Well, the problem with markers is, I mean, if you don't have a specific color, you're gonna have to like mix the color or something. And I think that's an advantage acrylics have. I can always mix specific colors if I don't have like the marker color that I'm looking for. Probably I'm just gonna go in and fill in like the oranges, the reds, the yellows before I get into like the metal skin tone of Colossus. All right. I wonder what color is his belt? I think I'm gonna do orange for his belt. Yep. Let's see. Okay, get that orange. What about this? This is a felt tip pen. I think it's water-based. It's fine line again by Mott Mart. That is too orange for me. Maybe this one. I like this. What's this? That's cool. How come I don't have this color as a marker? That's bullshit. I should have it, huh? This is like a highlighter. I can't freaking use that. That's bullshit. Maybe I can just use this because it's minimal. Maybe I'll just use that. Do I want it dirty? Oh, blur again. Lol, the struggle is real. Damn, the struggle is real for this blurry camera. Hurry up and auto adjust. That's bullshit. There you go. Aha. Learning. Quick text. Alright, so let's fill in the yellows. I'm gonna quickly do this. Oh yeah, maybe I should pull back the pencils with some blue tack and get just maybe some cleaner lines. Yeah, I might do that. Okay. Let me just grab some. Let's grab a bit more. What time is it over where you are, Andre? What time is it over there? Okay, so I'm just using some old blue tack, and this lifts off the graphite. And also probably the wax-based polychromos pencils that I use as guidelines in color. Also, I have to keep an eye on the battery levels of my machines I'm using, an iPad. It's 1 p.m. in Toronto. Damn. What's the weather like in Toronto right now? We're heading into we're in spring, and my God, the hay fever is hitting me hard this year. Just constant, sensitive, sneezy nose. All right, I'm happy with that. Pushed back. Good. Okay, so I got my yellow. Okay, let's just quickly. Okay, so let's color this bullshit in. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I really do like Colossus. Just like how he looks visually, it looks so badass. Especially the 90s, like 92 X-Men. And also want to do like a Colossus where he's angry, like when he turned like a bad guy and became one of Magneto's acolytes. And I love, and I secretly love his costume as a bad guy. It's just like purple and silver and shit. Sick. I think I'll do an alternative. Maybe I'll do a variant of this card. You know, because he had like a purple cape and everything. It was sick. Oh, Rasputin, Age of Apocalypse. Andre writes, AOA, which is Age of Apocalypse, Colossus is my fave. He maybe not my fave as well, but I love Age of Apocalypse Colossus. Just angry. He was always angry. He had like this eye. And of course, he was like missing an arm, I think, right? He was missing an arm, like Wolverine was missing a hand. 10 p.m. in Toronto. Just getting into fall, which is autumn, right? I know what that means. 20s Fahrenheit. So that means just getting cold. Okay, 5 Fahrenheit at night. No, low 20s is Celsius, right? Low 20s in the day. Okay, that's pretty cold. 5 degrees at night. That's pretty freaking cold, dude. Hey, so Toronto. Are you Canadian, Andre? Is that right? My geography sucks. And that means you guys use like Celsius as well. Is that correct? I am absolutely sounding very ignorant, and I apologize. But yeah, just being honest. Celsius Toronto, Canada. All right, buddy. Every Canadian I've ever met has always been amazing to me. Just to let you know, Andre, for a period of my life, I lived in Germany for 8 years, almost. Yeah, what, 6, 7, probably 6, yeah. And for the last 2 years living in Germany, I was a single guy, and I lived at the basement of a house, it was pimped out, of a Canadian family, and they were missionaries. And they were the most beautiful, kind people I've ever met. And I'm still good friends with their son today. I created a Daredevil sketch card for him. He just got that last week. And yeah, love me Canadian people. One of my best friends in Australia who I lived in Bondi Beach with, Mike is Canadian. Love me some Mike. A very cool guy. Jason writes, I got a Colossus 5x7 on eBay. Don Mark Nocera. Love it. Jace, you're gonna have to send me this or post it on the group because I want to see this card. And a Juggernaut by Jeffrey Benitez. That sounds familiar. Benitez sounds familiar. They were the first sketches I purchased, but I love the big burly characters. Yeah, me too, dude. I used to love picking Colossus on Capcom vs Marvel, Marvel vs Capcom 2. Yeah, Colossus is just, he's a visually cool looking character, man. And his characters, his backstory is pretty interesting. That could make it pretty cool. Yeah, but Age of Apocalypse, Colossus is where he just wore that red bandana and shit, and he's fucking like red iron armor, like shoulder pads. He just had like pouches and shit. Fucking, it was sick. It'd be cool if they brought him back and made him a bad guy, because yeah, I like he was ruthless. He just like let his students or team die and stuff because they just weren't strong enough or whatever. Right. Okay, so this is working out pretty good. I'm talking too much instead of drawing. It's pretty cool. Jason, have you heard of like the Age of Apocalypse? Have you heard of this like story arc in the X-Men? It was kind of like huge. It was very pivotal. Actually, also I'll show you this. I'll show you guys. For me, it was so pivotal. For an X-Men fanboy. As a kid, I only collected X-Men comics. If there was the new stage you just had it, I'd probably get it over than Batman or Superman. But I just want to show you guys. Look, I have X-Men. Andre, I have X-Men Alpha, and this is a one-touch magnetic case slab by Ultra Pro. And then I have Omega. I love my shiny comics. And you'll also see there's Rasputin Colossus in the back cover. And I would have Prime as well sitting on my desk, but I don't have a spare one-touch comic holder for it. So it's sitting in my drawer. I need to buy another one. It's for like $30. But I would generally have those three sitting on my desk. The other why it's not sitting on my desk is because I put my Deadpool comic inside my third slab, Ultra Pro One Touch slab, and that has my Mark Brooks lithograph print. So I've got the signed print and the actual same comic underneath, and that's what you'll see in the background of my stream on Saturdays. It's that lithographic print from Mark Brooks. Jason writes, yep, I love the X-Men comics, but I've only read them as an adult since getting Marvel Unlimited. Cool, man, yeah. I think Marvel Unlimited is really cool. Because I've used it and I read a lot of my comics on my iPad, and it's such a much better experience. I think I'll make the belt buckle gold. Is that right? I'm not too sure. Is his belt red? Like his undies, or I think it is red, isn't it? This one? Yeah. Is that right? No, Mark. No, Mark. This, it is red. His belt buckle is red. See, you guys always made me stuff up. So this, now I'll use the red marker. Yeah. Oh, I got a text. I got a message. Jason tagged me in a photo. Cool. Can you guys let me know as well? Maybe Andre, you know this, and maybe Jason, you know this. Am I allowed to like put background music? Can I just like listen to Spotify while I'm streaming and I won't get flagged or pulled down or anything? You know, can I just put like random music in the background? And like, that's a good point because I'm streaming to YouTube as well. I don't know. Andre writes black X. Yes, black X. Red buckle. All right. Yellow belt, really? Okay, then I'll make his belt gold. Booyah. So this will be like represent gold. Okay. Hope you're right, Dre. Jason writes, okay, Andre, technically no, you might get kicked off. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think it's good just in case. Jason writes, YouTube, you'll get taken down. Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. Even with live videos, they have the technology, yeah, the algorithms to sense that shit, eh? To mute your video if they recognize you. All right. Yeah, that's why I think, yeah, maybe I'll just play like music people give me. That's not like official, like, yeah. Presumably the same, Jason writes, presumably the same technology as Shazam, yeah, which you play a song to add. Tell me what song, yeah, that's true. Okay. And then maybe 4. Right, straight black. If belt buckle is black, belt buckle is black. And maybe at this stage. What did you say, Jay? Black X red buckle. Black X red buckle. Oh shit! I have a phone. Damn it! I got this. I should be using this bullshit. I'm stuffed up, guys. And then I'll go ahead and use a fine one of these badass mark felt pens from Copic. They're called the multi-liners, and I have this really cool one. It's got a .03. All right, Andre writes, all right, boys, time for lunch. Catch you later. Thanks for dropping by, Andre. Catch you later, man. Thanks for the tips and hints and general conversation. For those 3 people on, let me know what your favorite X-Men character is. And if you're not into X-Men, let me know what your favorite character is in general. Be pretty interesting. Nice. I'm technically skipping a stage of my work process because the blacks I would lay down after putting down the flats. But I kind of just wanted to show you guys the equipment that I'm using. Yep. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Let's keep a clean work area, tidy work area. Put shit back where it belongs. Oh, it's still too big. A 0.1's too big, huh? Damn it. Alright, let me grab this jar. Maybe a 1. I think a 1 would be good. 1 millimeter, huh? This is by Mott. I think I'm gonna get a 0.5, just in case I mess up. Jason writes, so many great characters within X-Men, alone Gambit, Cyclops. Oh, you're a Gambit. Oh, I think, Jason, I think somebody bought the Gambit artwork from Dave Palumbo, and they just received it in the mail, I think. Have you seen that post? Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler may be my top 3. Damn, Wolverine is a staple. Oh, so nice. Yeah, very cool characters. Dude, if you said Colossus, I would have given you this card. I think I'll be drawing Nightcrawler soon. But yeah, definitely, Jason, if you just throw me some samples or some music for my intro and outro, I'll definitely mail you a sketch card for your efforts. Yeah, I just saw the post. Badass, huh? Just to let you guys know, I'm left-handed. And so I liberally rotate the card. So I'm drawing on the left-hand side of a hard edge that I want to create. So there's no errors, you know. Like for example here, if this is the line art, I'm always on the left-hand side coloring it in like this. I'm never like coloring it up there. It just creates too much, error, room for error. All right, so okay, feeling good. Okay, so I have my red. Just Check this red. Red is good. Okay. Okay, so let me just outline the area. This is all red. It's all red. Oh, I kind of just lied about the rule I just said just then. Okay, keep on the left side, mark left side. I hope this red isn't too strong, then I won't be able to see my line up. Jason writes, I just made up a real cheesy one for our uni project 2 weeks ago. I have been working with a digital music program called FL Studio. Cool. It's primarily used to create techno dance. It's really handy for creating music without the use of real instruments. Dude, I'll take it. I dabbled with just to let you know, I love playing the guitar. So when I was at high school going to uni, I messed around with FL Studio. I'm sure you're like heavy into the technical side, but when I got my copy of FL Studio, it was like a really simple interface, which I really liked. So yeah, cool, man. I'd be keen. Yeah, and at this stage as well, I'd usually be taking into consideration the highlight areas. But knowing that I have white gel that can sit on the top of everything, I'm just willing to lay down the flats. What am I doing there? Okay, just around his gooch area, his groin area. Boom, that's good, that's good. This. Good. Okay, nice. Shoulder pads. Oh shit. I think it bled there for a second. It's a bit strange now. Okay, just going around his shoulder armor. Armor. His shoulder pad armor. Good old shoulder pad armor. Armor, mate. Some faint red around his neck liner for his suit. That's good. His forearm guards. Good. What about his other arm? Okay. Okay, this. Mm-hmm. Let me put this here. By the way, Jason, have you seen this card? It's 92 Marvel Masterpieces buyback baby. This one should have. Oh no, it doesn't have a number on it. Should though. I think only like X-Men, the Fleet Ultra range had the numbers on the back. This one. This goes. Jason writes, nice. I purchased the 1992 set secondhand. Jason's referring to 1992 Marvel Masterpieces. I've got one buyback on e-pack of 94 buyback. Oh, you mean 1994 Marvel Flair annual Morbius. Wow, that's sick. Cool, man. Are you a Morbius fan? Yeah, I am. Kind of like, I didn't have any Morbius cards or Morbius comics or anything, but it's kind of like he's cool to me as like Moon Knight is. Let's just say that. So let me just check who's on right now. Cool. Still one viewer from Twitch, and I guess it's just you from Facebook, Jason. Jason writes, hopefully Jared Leto does a good job of him. I have not read much to do with Morbius, me neither. I would have expected him to have appeared in the Blade trilogy. God, that would have been sick. And the Blade trilogy was so good. If he did, it's been too long, I can't remember. Yeah, man. God, I'm looking forward to that reboot as well. Alright. Man, I love the I really enjoy the flat coloring stage because then you can really think about how you're going to do the card. So there's a lot of bleeding happening at the moment from the shoulder pad area. Okay, good. Oh yeah, Jason. So while you're here, have you made a decision on what you're actually collecting with Marvel Masterpieces 2020? Because like I'm choosing to just select the gold foil signatures, battle spectras, and hollow foil cards, and all the artwork that I like for each of those, which is like 6 or 7 pages of Ultra Pro sleeves. So, and that number is divisible by 9. Good, 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 good. All the red, good, good, good. All right. Another trick. These markers, if you keep layering on top of it, they will get darker. So let's use that to advantage and lay down some of the darker areas, like around the groin. Here. It's going to be a secondary light around here. Cool. There. Around there. Around here. There's obliques. Here there's abdominals. There's a hard shadow here going to be. And a hard shadow under here. So there'll be a backlight creating hard highlights around the edges. I'll put in later. And generally there's a light source coming from his right hand side, front on top. I think I'll do some massive white highlights of his metal. There's a light source coming directly there. Okay. Good. Jason writes, haha, I've just purchased a bunch of folders and card sleeves, and I have one folder prepped for base. Holy fuck, sick, nice dude. Battle Spectrum, then separate folders for gold, silk and prelims. So, do you know how thick each card is and how many, like, Ultra Pro sleeves of these thick cards will fit into a standard binder, a standard, like, 38mm spine binder? Jason further writes, so 4 folders on the go. I have the gold SIG for 2016-2018 in ComC tiers 1 to 3 plus gallery, which mimic the tier 4 in those sets. Very interesting. Yeah, I think I'll ask Kane as well, because as you read that, I realized I didn't state what if also. Oh yeah, what if, huh? Damn. I'm not too crazy on the what if cards, but then Ian Taylor showed me the acetate achievements of the I think it was like a 2018 Ghost Rider. What if? And it looks so cool. Just like the clear, the design, and then Bianchi's artwork. I think it was Ghost Rider, yeah. It looked amazing. And I think that's another reason why I'll wait for the EPAC achievements to like enhance my collection. Yeah, it's like yeah, suspended animation acetate versions of the what ifs. Only achievable. It looks so cool. Okay, and then maybe he's there. Just want to give it this color. I think this color is good. For his like metal head hair kind of thing. That or this? No, I'm gonna go with this for the moment. Do I have a pen for that? I'm just gonna grab like my pen jars, my colored liners. Make sure I'm not too loud. It's pretty late here in Australia. Okay. Okay. Also, it depends how loose and tight I feel with my line work. Pretty much how steady my hand feels. That I will be confident to go on to do like instead of left side inking, I'll be more adventurous to go onto the other side and just have confident lines, you know. Okay, so let's block that in. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is the right one. Let's get the shit out of me. I'll probably level this out and probably make it darker and then add a highlight. It'll make more sense, but at the flat coloring stage, it's just literally blocking in shapes with color and going through the motions. And this is one of the fun stages where you don't have to think a lot. You can just prepare yourself, go through the feeling of the lines and flesh out. And you know, it's just getting to know your piece of work, the artwork you're about to invest in. Well, I think that's all the colors, guys. Now, the background and Colossus, like metal tone, actually. Don't know how I'm going to juggle this one. And the background color. What to do, what to do. What about, yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, then I'll attack. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to use my Polychromos pencils for Colossus's metal skin armor. Armor. Let's just double check some shit. What about this? Yeah, it could work. It becomes smoother as well when I... oh, that's pretty nice too. How about I use this color as its base and then smooth it out with this? Yes. Okay, so let me work top right to bottom left. And with polychromos pencils, you want to do small circles and constantly move the pencil blade, the point of the pencil around. So it depends how you feel, but what works for me is small circles to get a good layer of that wax pigment on the card. I really like vibrant cards, so that's why I choose to, when I can, lay down with markers that are the right color, right base color, that color. Because to get a vibrant polychromos, you have to either apply heavy pressure or apply multiple layers of the wax pigment. Okay, let's just try this. Does this work? Let's go around here. Okay, I think this is going to work, guys. Okay, I'm at 56% on my phone, 43% on my iPad. Good. 53 on my playlist. Yeah, so it's coming up pretty good. Let me fill it up more. So this side of his face, there's a lot of blues. His chin, his mouth, his lips. This side, definitely more blue. This side is dark. His nose, the dark side. Of course, that makes sense because the light source is coming from his right. A lot of pressure here, a lot of shadow here. Okay, his cheekbone. We go to the dark side of his lip, under his nostrils. Okay, his chin, under his chin. A little bit there. More pronounced around this area. Heavy brow, heavy lines under his brow. Hard lines in the brow area. Forehead area. Just right here. Yeah, it's it'll do. In general, just another slight layer of pigment. I'll just put it all apply like that. Okay, nice. Good. Let me just check Twitch. Twitch is interesting. Cool. And there's about a 5-second delay, which is more than expected. It's usually like 10-second delay. Oh, Jason wrote, if I can get tiers 1 to 3 base and gold 6, I'll be satisfied. I think I can realistically try for purple parallel of tier 4. Oh yeah, as it has a higher print run in the parallel. So weird. Yeah, 1999. Yeah, 199. Yeah, they're beautiful cards. All right, so let's do his hand. Again, just keep doing circles. Oh, there's a bit of yellow missing there. Okay, that's good. I love the design of Colossus fingertips or hands. I love like the layer of armor around his fingers, like lines. It's pretty cool. Like how every artist takes time to render that out on inks and stuff. It's under here. Good. I think this is red as well. His other shoulder pad. So the pocket is just like he's going like this, stretching out just after or before he pummeled somebody, probably. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay. Look. It's going to do a thin layer of this light blue, like almost a lavender. Good. So this is very dark around here in this foreshortening. Good. To his shoulder on his left side. This Express paper stock feels so good with wax-based pencils, as his Faber-Castell, with his Faber-Castell polychromos pencils. Feels so good. There's like a nice grip to it instead of like a slippery, glossy surface texture, which is nice. Highly recommend Faber-Castell polychromos pencils. That's what I'm using right now. Very good. You do have to apply a lot of layers or a lot of pressure to get that super vibrant colors you see on YouTube. I was gonna either invest in Faber-Castell Polychromos or Prismacolors. I don't know if that's the brand name or the actual line, but they seem to be the two big ones at the moment. It's going to be bigger circles. Still turning the pencil around. Okay, and then let's render this. It's pretty much just a huge tricep. Yeah, that's a hard line. Hard lines underneath, hard shadows. Right. So this area I'm rendering right now is the elbow. This is the forearm muscle. I have no idea what it's called in Latin or the scientific name. It's just the forearm muscle. Here, shadows and shadows up there. All right, good. All right. Damn, it's 4 o'clock. Maybe I won't go to sleep today. Wait, what's going on here? All right, other side. Armpit area. Laterals. Lateral back is left side lats. A lot of shadow here. His oblique muscles. And up leading to his abdominals. This area. This muscle that every chick likes. Jason, man, it's so cool that you're a musician. That's awesome. At one stage in my life, I was either going to go to university to study music or something like that, but instead chose graphic design. Okay, that's good. Shadows around here. Shadows there. Shadow here. Shadow there. Here. Cool. Right. At this stage, I think I'm going to pull back on some of the shading and make reference to some of the highlights that I want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my blue tack and just kind of blot out, create a kind of a shape and blot out the areas. Hopefully it picks up a little bit. Kind of. Also, to blend out, I use a baby oil as a solvent, and this will make that kind of activates the wax pigment to give a smoother blend look and like this kind of half painted look, half pencil, half painted look. And here. No, I'm not picking up a lot. Maybe it's old blue tack, but not picking up too much. His cheekbone on his right hand side. He's picking up there. Yep, okay, good. Right then, let's tackle the background. See how it goes from there. All right, cool. Let me just check my YouTube. Maybe that's where the other people are watching from. Twitch is telling me there's one viewer on Twitch, another viewer on Facebook, which is you, Jason. Maybe the third person is on... Okay, so I'm on Facebook right now. Let me show you guys. Look, so this is none there. Can I go to... I don't know who's watching. One person on there. And one viewer on Twitch, right? Ah, two viewers on Twitch. Hello, the two viewers on Twitch. Cool. Okay, let me put my music back on so I don't fall asleep. I think I'll do the background and then I think that'll be it for now. It's been 2 hours. Jason writes, I am studying music at the moment at uni. Very cool, man. My background is in construction, carpenter. Oh, nice. Man, that's cool. You can like fucking make furniture and shit. That's cool. Man, have you ever thought of making your own guitar or something? That'd be sick. And I've always done music as a hobby. I kind of fell into music as a profession. Very cool. Someone couldn't make their gig, so I got asked to play a 3-hour gig. Made a good impression, started getting regular. That's awesome, man. That's like prime experience right there. After about 3 years, I built myself a reputation. I could give up my construction work and get by on performing. Damn, that's sick. Oh man, it was very casual / part-time for a long time. Like a lot of creatives. Man, you're telling me I'm one of those people right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think this blue is going to be the background. but definitely this yellow. I'm going to do this yellow. I'll show you guys what I mean. I should just do a soft application. My first layer, do a soft application. Maybe something like this. It's gonna look cool, trust me, guys. Soft application, very generous. Size. Just something like this. And definitely here is the hard yellows. So I'm going to do a hard, heavy application. Maybe around the left side of his face. Maybe hard application just here. Definitely hard application around his right hand and forearm area. Constantly, now probably, yeah, adding a lot more pressure. And when you create a nice thick layer of the wax pencil, the pigment starts to heat up and move around, and you can feel it. It's a bit like that. When you do activate it with a solvent, you can even further manipulate it with a light solvent. And I usually use, I've just only used baby oil, odorless. Okay, so that's my yellow. Jason writes, yeah, I've considered building a guitar. It will be great fun. One day when I have a house with a great big shed to work in. Oh man, that'd be the dream for all of us, bro. That'd be very cool. Okay, so then I'm going to so when you think of blending polychromos pencils, it's a good idea to apply your extreme colors of the spectrum first, so which is yellow for this one. And then the other side, I think I want to use, I think it's going to be like, I don't have the color, but I think it's going to be like this. And in the middle, it's either going to be like this, or maybe in the middle it will be like this. But the original idea was to stick to this kind of color background. This pink will be the blending color. Yeah, I think you're right. So therefore, it probably would mean this. I think these. definitely this one is my blend. This, it's going to go like this. It's going to go down like this, guys. All right. So this we've already done. This I'm going to apply now, and then blend it with this. Cool. All right, so let's put that over there. Okay, focus. Cool. And could be like black. Wow. Black is up. Okay. So it's not black. So I'm gonna do. And if I think something I learned as well using polychromos pencils is when not to rotate the pencil head. I want that soft edge to blend later, so I'm just going to stay on this edge, on this part, this face of the polychromos pencil. Okay, so then it's going to probably blend on there with the other color. Maybe some blues up here. Oh, I kind of switch faces then. Damn it. Apply the black. Uh-oh, stuffed up there. Maybe just a little bit of black that I can activate on the top here. Looks a bit strange now, guys, but trust me, after you blend everything with your light solvent and keep applying colors, it's gonna look cool. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this color now. And then maybe add like a red in there or something, or maybe yeah, I've got the color for it. Yeah, I'm getting hungry actually. Now I'm definitely going to do the background and then go grab something to eat. So that means I'll probably turn this stream off after that. Alright, so let's introduce that red or orange. It's going to be the blue color here. I might add some reds to this as well. Okay, that's good. Alright, I think we're ready to apply the really thick layer. Now, so with this is going to be the thick layer with heavy application. Like just a lot of pressure, pretty much. Oops. So yeah, in hindsight, I think I probably will head towards more Copic markers, or maybe I'll try acrylic paints again, because it would make sense to just mix the color that I'm wanting instead of spending so much time creating the color by using layers. I'm the kind of guy that just wants to create the flat color and be done with it. Oh, I know what's coming on. The lines of the grid is showing up underneath. I'm gonna get another piece of paper or something. Just one sec, guys. That is a no-no. Let's get some paper here. Let's get some lines. A4 paper. Maybe I'll fold it in half. So. Okay, maybe I'll do that. So I am literally applying a lot of pressure at this stage. For the flat colors, using polychromos wax pencils. Yeah, no, maybe the next tomorrow or today. Jason writes, I've been eyeing off Yoo-hoo markers to give them a try. I've only just started to try my hand at drawing. Nice, dude. That's cool. Since the COVID lockdowns and this new fascination with trading cards again. I've never done visual art before. Dude, I highly recommend it. You should definitely do it. For me, it's very therapeutic and it just helps me for the genre that I do, what I like. Superheroes, I absolutely love it. I used to do this as a kid at my grandmother's house all weekend. And at school, I was always really good at art. But now to do this as a full-time gig and as a business, it's very exciting. Some YouTube guy did a draw of all types of markets, copy came out on top, I believe, but you were the best for budget. Totally, totally agree. For like beginners, Jihu is fantastic entry level. We find that Copic is the number one because it's so versatile, while giving very consistent high quality output, as in colors. Yuhu is great because they've set themselves apart from the market in being flexible, refillable, accessible, with a lot of accessories, while also having a plethora of colors to pick from. And yeah, I'm probably going to invest in Copic Sketch. That's what they're called. It's the version of Copic where the brush nibs are like brushes, like the brush nib, instead of like a hard edge, beveled edge nib. And the cheapest I've seen in Australia is like $8.95 per Copic. Usually retail, if you just walked in store, they're going to cost between maybe like $11 to like $14. The standard price should be like $11.95 Copic. But yeah, for my first markers, yeah, I'm so happy with these Montmartre, and I just got them at like the $2 store called Red Dollar down in Borkham Hills, and Montmartre, I'm very happy with them. Of course, they're not refillable. They are water-based as opposed to an alcohol-based marker. Very limited in colors, of course. But the quality, I'm very happy with, and it has a brush nib. I'm very happy with that. Yeah. I created a blog article of should I try Copic markers or not. I recommend. I'll give you the link to it so you can check it out. Yeah. Oh man. And one thing I would probably say to myself if I were in your shoes is have no fear. Art is so subjective. You can just do whatever you want. I respect people who create more than create perfect quality. I respect people who can document over creating something that they think is perfection. So that's why I respect a lot of people like Andre Osh, prolific. He's always, streaming, drawing. Ray Racho, Dom Racho, those Filipino guys. It's so prolific because they just do it. They do it as a job, They have no hesitation, have no doubt because it's their job. They have to support their families with this profession. All right. Okay, maybe not the effect that I wanted initially, but it's still looking cool. Let me add some more on there. More yellow. Maybe I'd like a deeper yellow now. Yeah, just don't be afraid. Just do it, man. Even if you think it looks shit, you know what? Someone's gonna think it's freaking awesome. It's probably gonna be me. No, that looks really cool. Liking that. There's some oranges right here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Yeah, Jason writes, very cool to see the background come together. Yeah. Yeah, so with wax pencils, you kind of have to have a plan of attack, and it's just something you have to go through with just experience of using them. Like in a perfect world, if I had the patience, I would probably get the odorless baby oil as my solvent, blend the areas, and then let that dry, and then do one more thick layer of this again, and it'll be very vibrant, almost just as vibrant as the markers. And also when people say just have fun, literally just have fun. I would never want drawing to be mundane or a chore. And that's the struggle when it becomes a profession, you know, because you have to do it when there's deadlines. Maybe. Oops. It's a poppin' song in my playlist right now. Love it. Looking at the camera, it looks pretty cool. Trust me, when you level it out, add some black inks, do the shadowing, it's gonna look so sick. Yeah, whenever I think about coloring, I think Joe Jusko. What would Joe do in this situation is what I would say. And then when I think of like line inks, black inks, then I would probably, yeah, who makes me think? Probably like FX has beautiful lines. Elfie as well. And yeah, I made a choice the other day not to do any cross hatching in my sketch cards because I don't want it to be heavily inked. I'm talking about like a traditional comic inking way. I want my sketch cards to be more of a painted kind of look, a blended kind of look. Okay, so not kind of how I wanted this the background flat coloring to be because it took longer than I thought, which it usually does because I'm still working out my process. Yeah, but I kind of wanted like, you know, Joe Jusko's Neapolitan kind of style, like a black, the purple, and the warm oranges and yellows. And I wanted to use the coloring from this card. So like the highlight, like a pink, and then the cool blue. I think I kind of got it. And also a little bit of color theory as well. The reason why I've chosen these colors is because if you notice this image, this card is of Ultron, and it's kind of like Colossus' metal skin anyway, because, you know, so automatically Joe Jusko did these blues and then the complementary colors, which are warmer at the back to like contrast that. So warm blues, cool blues, and then warm background. Makes sense, right? With this one by Bob Larkin, the legend Bob Larkin, he uses the same thing because the character has gold and had like a brown vest, and it's like the background is cool, and then the highlighting glow is like a pink. This blue, lavender, and pink kind of go well together as complementary colors. I'm 100% sure this is Bob Larkin. It looks like Bob Larkin. Beautiful, right? And I can't see the signature, but I think it is him. But that's just some simple color theory. It's cool colors, predominant coloring of the character, which is Colossus chrome. So I'll do like a rendering chrome, and we'll do like really hard whites, just like in this Ultron by Jusco. There's some reds here, of course, but that's okay. And yeah, that's how I want the background. Just a couple of ideas anyway. I think I'll go on with this. The next stages I would probably introduce the 100% black into hard shadows, maybe groin area, under the tricep, on his left pectoral, which is really dark, the foreshortening under his arm, in his forearm, heavy shadows under here. His left side of his face is a lot of shadow because the lighting is coming from his top right, hitting all the chrome. So that means we're going to have whites on this chin, and a lot of shadow around here, shadow under his shoulder pad. Yeah, some shadow on his lats, obliques. Yeah, a lot of, yeah. And maybe as well, I'll make like this 100% black to be like a gradient, just like in this card here. Just some thoughts, maybe, I'll see. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Oh, Joe Z2662 on Twitch says hello. Howdy Joey Z. Thank you for stopping by, and finally someone from Twitch says hello. So now I can see that StreamYard recognizes the people on Twitch and can differentiate. Yeah, catch you later, Jason. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by, man. Get to know a little bit more about you. It's really cool. I'll catch you later, man. All right, catch you later, guys. This is what we got. Let me do a quick close-up. It's going to look much better with some hard inks in there and some blacks and some whites to like really level it out and bring some contrast. Yeah? All right. Catch you guys later. Bye. Bye.